Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the 4 pillars that you need so you can have your dream wardrobe and you can start building even a capsule wardrobes. You can buy clothes more consciously and you will not regret the clothes that you are buying. So in order to build this dream wardrobe, you need to take in consideration these 4 pillars that are color, essence, body proportions, and the structure of the clothes that you're going to buy. And I'm going to break down each one of these and the importance of each one of these. The first pillar, the most important one. In order to start a correct wardrobe, you need to be realistic for the way that you live and the life that you're living. How active is your life? Where are the places that you need to go most of the times? In these cases, like, are you a person that it's maybe you're working from home, maybe you are working in an office but you don't see anybody but your co-workers, maybe you are out and about all day long meeting people and trying to make connections and doing networking. So it is really important to know, to be realistic about the way that you're living, because I know that sometimes we see clothes that are really beautiful or that are a piece of art. We're like, I want to have that piece of clothes in my wardrobe. But when you look at your life, it's like, I don't have anywhere to wear it, and even if I try to wear it, it's going to make my life harder. So I think that nobody wants that. So you can exactly know what you need to look for in your wardrobe. Now that you have that settled down, let's go to the first pillar. The one thing that you need to have in consideration first is your color palette. And this is where the 4 seasons method comes along, and each one of the seasons is divided in 3, so practically you need to fit, or most of your features will be fitting in one of the 12 categories. Let me just clarify that I got a professional service to know my color palette because I could not find it. Due to the tone of my skin, most of the time people will say, like, at the second that they saw me, that I was a warm season, but all the colors that are on the warm side, like for example autumn, looks terrible on me. Like, they make me look so bad. And at the end of the day, after I had the professional service, she told me that I was a bright winter. And most of the time when you think about a bright winter, you will be looking about Zoe de Chanel, for example, that she, like, this super big contrast, this pale skin, almost like a Snow White. But in reality, I'm also a bright winter. So it is really interesting the way that that kind of thing works, and not because you have brown skin or you are pale that means that you are on the cool side. It's more complicated than that. So we have the 12 seasons, we have cool and warm undertones, and the thing that I'm gonna tell you to do in this case, it's not going to say look at your veins, look at your hair, blah 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 blah, because there are a lot that will make everything way more complicated. The easiest way that you can know which color is best for you is maybe you can ask somebody to, so you can borrow some fabric in case that you don't have it, or even big jewelry, like these chunky earrings or as big color. But you will need one thing in a silver color and another thing in gold color. Once you have each one of them, you're gonna place them side by side to your face in front of a mirror. You can place one and then the other, the way that you feel better, but you will need to be focused and looking at your facial features. You will need to see if you have dark circles, that they notice even more, or if they look less. The one that allowed me to notice the color even more was the teeth, because when you are using the wrong colors, your teeth will look yellowish, and when you are using the right color, they will look more white. The gold one is for warm undertones and the silver one is for cool undertones. So on the warm side we have spring and autumn that has a warm undertone, but in this case you will need now to know if you use bright colors or soft colors. In this case you can use, for example, greens. You can use a saturated green and then you can use a soft green. So spring is a warm undertone with saturated colors or bright colors, that even if they are light colors they are still on the bright side or in the saturated side. And in autumn it's going to be about more the saturated colors or soft colors, so these colors that are more cozy and not so like happy colors, it's going to be more in a moody side of the colors. And for the cool seasons we have winter and we have summer. Winter will be more can go from the dark to the bright. There are more saturated colors. Even if they are dark, they are more saturated. And the summers are more cool tone or light colors, but more in the moody side of the colors. So that will be the end for the colors. In each one of the colors, in order for you to know if you're more on autumn or spring or winter or summer, you need to see your features. Like when you're using the wrong colors, your face will let you see each one of their imperfections per se. Like if you have a little pimple, it's going to be more amplified or will be more noticeable if you are using the wrong colors. Your teeth will look yellowish, and when you're using the right colors your face will look even healthier, even more plump. Your teeth will look white and the eyes of your color it's going to look even better. So that's the one you need to look for when you're looking for your right palette. A side note, I want to let you know that even if you per se, if you are a bright winter as well, I'm gonna place a palette that are for the bright winters. That doesn't mean that all of the colors are going to look good on you. Most of the people tend to have 3 to 5 perfect colors aside from the neutrals that you will be having. But you can have even about 3 to 5 colors that are the best for you. That maybe the color that looks better on me are this navy blue, but maybe for you it's going to be the green ones. Just a conclusion, the color dictates the palette of your makeup, hair, the color obviously of your clothes, and the color of your jewelry. Continue with the second pillar is we have the essence. This pillar dictates the way you should do your makeup and the way that your hair should look. The essence that is based on Kitchener's theory of the way of your face looks or the aura that you give. This one dictates the form of your makeup and the form of your hair. So this will dictate if you look better in short hair, long hair, using layers, bobs, doing crazy hairstyles, if you need to have it perfectly done or if you can have it a little bit messy, which one will look best for you and for your features, and how heavy it's going to be your makeup. Like you can go to the creative side or you need to have it more classic and really simple makeup. That also will dictate. It's not like you cannot do the other kind of makeup, but it's just that, for example, I love Nikki Tutorials. I love her so much, and for a time in my teens I wanted to do makeup like her. And even though I followed her tutorial and made exactly the same forms and everything in my face, I could not look as good as her. And that is because our essence are so different that she can do these creative things. And every time I try to do these creative and having this heavy makeup, they will just look so bad on me. Like, honestly, they will look so horrible, and honestly frustrates me for a long time, because I was like, I want to do this and I have all this makeup and I cannot use it because I don't like the way it looks on my face. Then I understood, by understanding the essence that the essence that I have needs to be a little bit more muted and a little bit more simple, so my features can shine. The essence is a really tricky thing to find out, because people do not fall only in one category. They have always a mixture for 1, 2, 3 different essence. There are people that are so strongly in one category that you can say in an instant what essence they have, but it's not the case for everybody. In my case, I have Gamine, a little bit of classic, and a little bit of ingenue. So the essence, it's divided in dramatic, Gamine, natural, classic, romantic, ingenue, and angelic, that are based on the yin and the yang. Yin being this soft curve, a lot of circles and fluent figures, and yang being more sharp, angular structure features. So a little trick to know which one of your essence or some of your essence are, it's by looking at your personality. Actually, because the way that you think and the way that you believe in the world somehow reflects also in your face. So in this case, for this pillar, you can look at yourself and see the way that you think, the way that you move, the way that you believe, and you will be able to find each one of your essences. I'm gonna give you a little example for each one, so you can know, so you can identify in your personality if you have this kind of attraction. So for example, the dramatic is the extreme yang. They have these lines, fear eyes, and the dramatics are really bold people. They, maybe if they are being shy, it's just for events that happen in their life, but they have something that it's really on your face. These have this strong aura, these have this strong personality. Maybe they are really extravagant, the life of the party, like this strong force of nature. For the Gamine, they are playful, energetic, creative. They like mix and match maybe a lot of things. If you like to do collages or just being creative, probably you will be having Gamine. The naturals are the ones that love to be outdoors, that can look a little bit messy, but they don't look bad being messy. A perfect example of natural essence, it will be Paris Jackson. Like, she's always having this messy hair, but it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks so chic and so relaxed and outgoing. So that will be some adjectives for the naturals. The classics are people that really love structure, that love balance, that love old movies, old jewelry, vintage clothes, vintage objects. Then we have the romantics. If you have romantic essence, well, first of all, it's, as the word said, that you love romance, you love people that brings flowers to their partners, or romantic movies, romantic novels, picnics, the Renaissance era, and all of that beautiful and feminine energy. Like, you love all of that. For the ingenuous is a lot of innocence, like having probably innocent beliefs, like in my case, like whimsical, like believing in fairies and and fairies and sirens and all of that. That you see life with optimism, and that everything is possible. You will be having ingenue in you. And in the angelic essence, that it's the opposite, This essence, it's actually the same of the dramatics, that it's really easy to notice because that person will look as if they belong in a fantasy book or in a fantasy movie. They have these long features but in a really feminine, sophisticated way that it feels really soft instead of really sharp. For the third pillar is body proportions. And this one is way more based on Kiwi and David Kiwi system, that it's about to analyze the proportions of your body. That it's how angular, how much space they take, your height, if you have curves on your body, if you are more boxy looking. And it's not about something's better or not, it's just to know the way that the clothes fit in your body and the way that they lay on your body. So knowing your body proportions, like if you have long legs, short torso, or long torso and short legs, will allow you to play around with your clothes of how you need them to be. Do you need them to be cropped jackets? Do you should have more breathable blouses, low, middle, high rise jeans or pants? If you can pull off a turtleneck or V-necks or both necks or a lot of necks, that what colors do look better on you, like a Peter Pan color, or having more open necks, closer necks. How big or small should be your accessories, like jewelry, bags, scarves, all of that. And by the end, we have also the structure of the clothes, that will be the fabrics that will look better on you, how flowy or stiff shoes should be looking for. Most of the time, this is set by the weight of your body. So if you have really structured or angular body, you will be using more of stiff fabrics. If you have more curve on your body, it's better to have more flowy or in the middle between flowy and stiff fabrics, so they can embrace the curves of your body and look the better for you. So with these 4 pillars, you will be able to build your dream wardrobe so you can look the best in your body and you can learn to love the way that you look. And always try to stay away from comparing from other bodies. Actually, knowing these theories have helped me to, when I see someone in movies or models or everything, to see like, oh, I love the way that clothes look on her, but I see that her essence or the way of or the structure of her body or her facial features are falling in this essence. So I know that this will not look good on me because I don't have her face structure, I don't have her body structure. So, and on the other hand, when I see someone that it is on the same structure, body structure than me, I can see like, oh, I like the way that looks on her. Maybe I can try that look also, or that type of color, or that dress, and I'm more sure that it will be looking good in me as well. So try to think of this objectively, because I know that it's easy even as a woman to fall in these intern dialogues that we should be looking in this way. But this is not in any way trying to do that. It's more about embracing the beauty that you already have in your body and your face. So you don't try to hide it or try to make them what they are not. Instead, let them shine so you can honor the body that you were giving. Because believe me, maybe you don't see it, but a lot of people will love to have the things that you have. The way that you sometimes admire other people, it's the same people that other people will admire you. So try to embrace that and show other people that look like you that you are also beautiful and they are also beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.